Good morning. Welcome to, what day is it today? Thursday. I honestly can't even, I'm gonna get my nails fixed this afternoon. I wasn't gonna film this morning, but this morning I had a panic attack and I kind of wanted to talk about it. Also, I am fully dressed. I've just got my new dressing gown on because it's fucking freezing in this flat. Yeah, so I woke up and I had a panic attack. I had, what am I looking for? Brows. So I'm very lucky that I do not get panic attacks very often. Also, I know some people define them differently. For me, when I have a panic attack, it's like I'm gonna pass out, feel sick, a very physiological response to anxiety. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm quite lucky that I do not get them often. I used to get them a lot more when I was younger, and I also used to get them kind of like minor, like I would have kind of almost mini panic attacks very, very often. But as I've grown up and I've been in therapy and I've like worked on my anxiety, that hair does not want to stay down. I don't really have panic attacks. And I have them very, very rarely, which obviously is so good because every time I do have one, I remember just how horrific they are. And yeah, I can't remember the last time that I had one, to be honest, which I suppose is a good thing that I can't remember, but it definitely took me by surprise. I basically woke up with like a bit of stomach pain, and I mean it was quite intense pain. I think it's to do with my period. Honestly, I don't know. I've been having, that's a whole other story. But basically that just transpired because I started to get anxious and I was like, I can't move, I'm dying. Because it was like very like crippling pain. And I didn't really know what to do. So I was just like sat on my toilet seat, like head basically between my knees. My whole body was shaking. I thought I was gonna throw up. It was a really, really horrible experience. And that's what most of my panic attacks do look like. Like it kind of, I can kind of like, I feel like when you've had anxiety for a long time, you know, you know the warning signs and you know when you're about to have a panic attack. So I was like, oh damn, like the anxiety's kind of gotten a bit strong and I now can feel it taking over my body. Yeah, and then like that particular panic attack, my hearing went, like it kind of goes all like bzzz, like that. And then yeah, I thought I was gonna throw up, and I have a emetophobia, I have a fear of throwing up. So obviously me feeling like I'm going to throw up did not help the panic in the slightest. And yeah, basically just horrible. Like I was literally like, I need to call someone because I don't think I'm going to survive. And it feels like, to say that seems so dramatic, but I know that if you've had a panic attack you will understand the, like, it does genuinely feel like you're going to die. So yeah, it was not a great start to the day, but I wanted to talk about how I dealt with it, because I was / am actually like really proud of myself because I've not had one in a while. I've not like reacted to one in a while, and I feel like in my response it showed my like maturity and growth. I was obviously very scared and it was not nice, but I was almost as if someone was there next to me telling me to calm down. That was who I was to myself in my brain. As in, I was kind of imagining if my mum was there, what she'd be saying to me. And I was literally just saying over and over again, this will pass, you're going to be okay, you're not going to die. Genuinely just saying that over and over again. And the first thing I do when I have a panic attack is focus on getting your breathing back to normal. And for me, exaggerated breaths don't work for me because it almost makes me panic more. So I just focus on trying to get a normal breathing resumed, and just, even though it feels like absolute hell, keep breathing. And like, keep your head down, like, because that's what was working. I was literally just like that. And yeah, so there was a moment where I thought I was gonna throw up, and genuinely my usual reaction if I think that I'm going to throw up is hysteria, cries. Like, in my brain I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this, I don't know what to do, blah blah blah. Yeah, like, it's like, oh my god, no, I can't be sick, oh my god. But actually this time I was like, it's gonna be okay. Like, if I'm sick, I'm gonna be okay. And I just kept saying that like, whatever happens, we'll deal with it and you'll be okay. And I feel like that just really shows some growth, and like, I can't wait to tell my therapist about it. This mascara is not doing bits today. Yeah, like, I feel like it was one of the first times when the kind of thought of being sick didn't make me want to die. Like, my mascara does not look good. Like, I still absolutely hate being sick, don't get me wrong, but I felt much more in a place to deal with it and recognizing that it wasn't going to kill me, which I think is a key thing with anxiety, because I remember I heard it on a podcast, you underestimate your ability to deal with whatever you're anxious about. Like, you underestimate your ability to deal with it. Whereas I felt like today I was like, no, like, I will be able to deal with it. Okay, so it's gonna, yeah, which for me, like, is monumental. Like, yeah, I just kind of knew, like, if I have to be sick, I'll be sick and it will be okay. Which, yeah, is huge, seeing as being sick is one of the things that has plagued, like, the fear of being sick is one of the things that has plagued me my entire life. So that was really big, and I think maybe it's also just with the fact that I have had a lot of, like, experience with panic attacks, that I know it will pass, and I just, you can come with me while I brush my teeth. Like, everything passes, and you just have to keep telling yourself that. And that's literally all I was repeating to myself while I was literally sat on the toilet seat. Yeah, so that was my morning. Yeah, and then even after, like, literally 10 minutes after, when I was kind of like, okay, I feel like I can move again, I had some toast, which, again, if I used to have a panic attack, I would then not eat for a long time, because I'd be like, what if it happens again? What if I'm sick? Like, so yeah, I just wanted to almost document this for myself, because it was a horrific half an hour, but it passes, and you just, like, that's all I was telling myself. I just felt the way that I dealt with it, like, my therapist would be proud. The way that I was just very much, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna pass, you're gonna be fine. And I just had YouTube playing, which is another thing to just distract you, to just have something there, even if you can't really hear it very well. Yeah, so that was my morning, and I'm now gonna still go to the gym. And I still have a bit of residual anxiety because, again, I used to, if I had a panic attack, I'd be like, I can't go out for the whole day because what if something happens? But it's still there, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna be okay. And whatever happens, I'll deal with it. Like, I'm building my confidence in being able to deal with the anxiety, which is kind of really good. So yeah, that was my little morning rant. I just wanted to document it. So yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. That was my morning, my panic attack experience. You are strong enough to get through the bad moments. Goodbye.